So as you bring yourself into Sukhasana, easy pose. So many levels of Sukhasana, different position of the legs to come into lotus, but whatever easy pose is for your body. And we're upright through the spine, core gently recruited, resting the hands wherever it feels comfortable. I'm going to start today's class just by reading a lovely quote by Mr. BKS Iyengar from the Iyengar Yoga. He passed a few years ago, but obviously his teachings are still out there, and this is one of his quotes. Yoga is like music, the rhythm of the body, the melody of the mind, and the harmony of the soul creates the symphony of life. We're thinking about that today, being fluid, connecting through mind, body, and soul through our wonderful practice of yoga. I'd like to bring the palms of the hands together in front of your heart. Maybe taking a few deeper breaths now to sense, have an awareness of sensing, of arriving in your space. And allowing yourself to set your intention for your practice today. Releasing your intention. The hands can stay together, or maybe you'd like to position the hands in a different place if you want to, just whatever feels comfortable. Taking your consciousness to your legs, where your legs are drawing down with the feet to the earth. Consciousness to the sitting bones. Even pressure down to the earth. Relaxing the pelvis. An awareness of the spine as you gently breathe. The option of the breath flowing through the vessel of the spine, breathing in tailbone to base of skull and back down again as you exhale if you'd like to. Using the breath to gently lift and lengthen the spine. Lifting and lengthening the spine as you breathe. Now the consciousness flows to the belly, where you are aware the belly is moving as you breathe. Gliding your consciousness up to the breastbone, Gently lifting as you breathe in and out. Sensing the shoulders drawing down away from the ears. No forcing of any movements. As your consciousness arrives to these body parts, an awareness of them relaxing into Sukhasana. Your arms relaxing, the hands just softening into wherever they are placed. Becoming aware of the beating of your heart. The face is relaxed. Chin, lips, cheeks, nose, eyes, forehead, ears. Whole of the physical body being absorbed into stillness. No shaping of the breath, just aware of the breath entering and leaving through the nostrils of the nose. Gliding your consciousness back down towards the tailbone, Muladhara chakra. You sense or visualize a soft light here, just a very soft light, gently glowing deep down in the furnace of your base chakra, gently exuding a warmth, a soft light or a flame. Your breath gently fueling this light flame. The layers of your being are subtle and soft. Gently relaxing body and mind to the present moment. Taking your consciousness back to your face, place a subtle smile, as if the whole face is smiling, gently lifting. Take the smile into your heart center. Sense or visualize happiness, a beautiful smile in your heart. Do the same in what you perceive to be your mind. The consciousness towards Ajna chakra, the forehead, and evoking a smile here. Consciousness back to your breath, gently shaping the breath for the next minute, bringing a smooth breath in and a smooth breath out of equal length, as smooth and as flowing as possible, no strain. Gently shaping the paraka and vichaka of your breath. As you continue to breathe, just for the next few breaths, notice the pause, gentle pause in between each breath. Very subtle. Release consciousness from the breath. Breath flowing now to its own rhythm. Keeping the gaze soft or your eyes closed, if it feels comfortable, gently roll your eyes clockwise in their sockets. Gently and slowly moving the eyes. Gently reverse. Gently just flowing, letting the eyes roll side to side, back to center. A little squeeze of the eyes and then gently release them, open them. They're not already open. Let the arms release away from the sides of the body, breathing in and out, floating, 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 as high as you would like the arms to be. And then relax the fingers, relax the wrists, elbows and shoulders, just holding here. Feeling gentle expansion of the breath in your chest and into the armpits. And slowly letting the arms float down. Rotate so the palms face down as the arms float down. Slowly as you can, and gently bring the hands interlaced behind or resting behind the back body, lifting the breastbone to draw the shoulders back and together. Belly breathe. Release the pads of your fingers and thumbs to the earth beside you. Lower the right ear to the right shoulder. Gently drawing the shoulders down to release in the upper shoulder and into the neck. Head gently back through center, opposite side, just letting the breath flow. Gently head back to center. Turn the head to the right. Lifting, lifting through the spine, the chest, to the crown of the head. Head back through center, opposite side. Head back to center. Slowly, I'm going to slowly release back into the palms of my hands. I'm just going to lift the chest, gently squeezing the shoulder blades back. Core is still engaged. You could keep the chin to the chest, or if it feels safe for your neck, your thyroid and thymus, to gently lift the chin. You want to feel a gentle stretch through the front of your neck, but only if it feels safe to do so. The opening of the front body, contraction of the back body. Gently releasing the head back through center if you have moved it. Release the legs. The feet are on the floor, just wider than hip width, and a little rock. Slow side to side, core engaged, mindful of the movement. Lifting through the front body. Releasing through the pelvis, the thighs, hamstrings, knees, ankles, feet. Release the legs wide, just stretching down. I'm sliding through my heels, drawing the knees down without locking them. And I'm walking myself back to center. Bring the hands onto the thighs and really lift through the torso and the spine. Feel the legs are drawing down, again, without locking the knees. You could have blankets or cushions of support under the knees if you need it. Just really root down through the heels and the legs. And we're lifting through the upper body at the same time. Release the arms, let them float, floating, 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 as high as you would like, and bringing mind to be parallel. My palms are facing each other above me, relaxing the shoulders, lift through the crown of the head. Have an awareness of the lovely postural muscles that support each side of the spine, lifting and lengthening, lightly contracting to hold you in this position. Notice the sensation of the thighs contracting more into the hip flexors. Gently floating the arms back down. And I'm going to draw the knees in, give yourself a little hug, drawing the knees and feet in, whatever angle suits. The chin could come to the chest, or the chin can stay parallel to the earth, whatever feels good. Having an awareness of the lower abdominal muscles contracting. Drawing all the energy into a ball. Take a deep breath in here. And as you breathe out, start to open the arms and slide the legs away in front or wide on a breath out. Take a few breaths here. And start to draw the legs in. Draw the legs in on an out breath. Give yourself a little squeeze. A few breaths here. And then opening. As I open, I'm breathing in, and as I close, I'm breathing out. It might be that your breath is the other way. It's whatever feels comfortable. Having the little squeeze as you exhale, Just that little bit more detoxifying through the lungs. Have a lovely rhythm now. Remember the quote from the beginning, the rhythm of our body moving with the breath. Hopefully your mind is creating a melody and releasing any tension at the same time. Okay, just gently release from this. I'm sweeping my legs round and I'm coming onto all fours. And I'm just going to have a little wiggle about here, side to side, front to back. And I'm starting to come into a large circle through the shoulders and the hips. Whatever movement your body can do, mindful, core is still engaged. Gently reversing. A bit of a massage into the knee. Come back to center. Do a little cat breath or cat cow. So we're going to breathe in flat back, breathe out round. Breathe in back to flat back or dip to cow if you've no lower back issues. Just keep this flowing, rounding as you exhale. Pushing the feet and the palms into the earth. So we really root and anchor down here as we mobilize into the spine. A lovely abdominal stretch. You're dipping into cow. Maybe you can tune into the little pause at the top of the movement and the bottom of the movement as you're breathing, again without strain. Gently come back to center. Just rest it back. Maybe rest it back in child pose or whatever position you feel. You want to just take a few breaths in. Any variation of this position. Gently bringing yourself back onto all fours. We're going to come up into the down dog. For those that don't want to do the full inversion, any issues through the abdominal area, the chest or the eyes, you could just tuck the toes under and just hover, which is stronger here, or you can raise up into the full dog if that feels okay. The knees here can be as bent as you want them to be to really focus on lengthening the spine. Core drawing in to help draw the weight from dropping into the shoulders. Neck in line with spine. Well done. Holding. Bring a lift to each alternate heel, like we're just pedaling through the feet, gently stretching. The Achilles, soleus, gastrocnemius. Gently moving and stretching. With core awareness, start to bend the knees, gently lowering yourself down as slowly as you can, so you've got the strength of the whole body to do this. And then relaxing back again, whatever variation of child pose or just a little break, maybe crocodile or whatever variation. Gently drawing yourself back onto all fours. Just have a little circle into the pelvis. A few in each direction. Come back to center, tucking the toes under. We're going to lift, just lift and hover. Use the core, and then can you just sit back? Feel the hips drawing back. Bring power into the legs. Whatever you can do here, breathing, holding. And slowly releasing the knees down. Releasing the feet. Just have a little shake out of the arms and the wrists. A little swish about. I'm going to bring myself round here. And I'm going to do two positions. I'll come into the full position first of all, and I'm bringing the right leg, bend at the knee, bringing it down, and I'm extending the left leg, and I'm coming up onto the heel, toes pointing up. Now I appreciate here any issues with nips, with the knees, ankles or hips. You might want to do a variation, which is where we come up into standing and just take the weight slightly over, and just extend the leg out, and then maybe you can lift onto the heel, or maybe the hands are on the thighs as an option for any joint issues. Or maybe you could actually kneel if that felt okay as well. So we are here, or we are kneeling, or we are tucking the foot under. This extension through the hip flexors, core drawing in. Try to level out through the pelvis and the shoulders. Toes pointing up if you can. Just mindful of balance, particularly if you're standing. Now we're going to work to the opposite side. So if you're standing, just sway it across to the opposite side. If you feel strong enough through the legs, you might be able to just release the foot down and walk it across like a little crab walk and release the leg, or lift up and then come back down. Just mindful of how you're going to have to move your body to release. And again, level off in the pelvis. This knee here, the extended leg, I am not locking the knee down. I find it just pulls too much on my knee to actually do that through the support either side. And then it pulls too much into the groin. So just be aware. Pads of the fingers or palms down to the earth, whatever feels good. I'm just drawing this leg in. I'm going to release now into what we call the gate. So I'm coming down onto my right knee, foot is anchored behind, and I'm extending my left leg. And I appreciate, again, you might want to do this. You could do this seated on a chair, or you could actually do it standing. But with standing, sort of modification is leaning over, sort of bending the knee. And we're just it's going to be a bit more, I'm thinking of the position. It's a bit more, if you're standing, a bit more Parsvakonasana. Excuse me. A bit more of this position if you're standing. If you're on a chair, you can reach over towards the extended leg. So in gate, we are lifting the right arm now, and we're reaching over to the extended leg. So if you're standing, you're the opposite into Parsvakonasana. And If you're on the floor here, on a chair, you're in Padagastha. The side body stretch, still opening through adductors, abductors, into the groin, into the core. And gently releasing through the arms, and then drawing that leg back in. You might be able to come to kneeling and extend the opposite leg, or seated on a chair, extend the opposite leg, or standing into Parsvakan on the opposite side. Really rooting down through the foot, squaring off in the pelvis and the shoulders. So I'm reaching across now to the right with my left arm, or the opposite if you're standing, Parsvakanasana. We use the core to balance through the pelvis. And we're gently releasing back through center. I'm going to bring ourselves for the next position to the what I call zigzag leg. So again, I appreciate any knee issues here. So on the floor, you might just want to sit cross-legged, or if you can what we call zigzag the legs, both my knees are bent at the knee. And I'm sitting upright through the spine, core engaged. Or you could do the next movements just sitting cross-legged, or maybe bandha both feet, bandhakanasana both feet together, whatever works. It might be that you just do a few seconds in different positions to find what feels good for your body. The first thing I'm going to do is twist, and we're going to twist into, I'm going to twist first of all to the left. So I'm going to let my arms float up in front. I'm going to sweep them round to the left, bring the twist through the torso, and then just let the hands come down. So my right hand now is just resting on the left knee. My opposite hand is just resting to the earth. Let's get a little twisting through the shoulder girdle. Trying to sense or feel that the sitting bones are rooting down as much as you can. Lift up through the crown of the head. I'm going to sweep the arms round, just bring the arms out long, reaching through the middle fingers. I'm bringing my right hand down to the earth, and I'm reaching across to the right. The root down through the sitting bones. Deep stretch through the quadratus lumborum here, waist extensors. Stretch into the liver and spleen as we do each side. Now can you bring a little flow? Can you come down and come into the twist to the left? Just take a couple of breaths. And then gently release it round. And float the arms up and over, reaching across. Just slow movement here. Not jolting through the body. So if you do have zigzag legs, then the big stretch through the knees here. Into the outer hip. Okay, gently come back through center, release the legs. I'm just stretching mine out, giving them a little beat down to the earth. Rub the knees, or oil them if you need to. And I'm releasing to the opposite side. Now in zigzag legs, you might be able to do one side and not the other. So again, just think about the position of the legs, what works for your body. We're still twisting into the liver and the spleen. We're still working through the waist extensors. I'm sweeping my arms up and I'm going to sweep them round to the right, let them float down. Really feel kind of twist through the shoulders, like we're lifting through the crown of the head. To gently lift the breastbone to help the twisting through the shoulder girdle. Gently releasing the arms, sweep them out parallel to the earth. I'm going to reach across to the left. The lower body is grounding as it was in the beginning, and the upper body is stretching and reaching. And gently flow. So we're going to bring the arms up, sweep them round, come into a twist. With a breath in and a breath out, sweep them round and flow across. One more. I'm going to come back to center. Now I'm bringing my legs, I'm going to give my knees a little rub, stretching out the legs. I'm going to bring my legs to cross again, not zigzag. I'm going to cross them in front, or again, whatever position works. Now I'm bringing my hands to the earth in front of me. Core is engaged. As I breathe in, I'm really going to lift the chest. I'm going to push the hands down to the earth. I'm going to sweep forwards. I'll show you side on. So I'm breathing in, lifting, then I'm going to breathe out and I'm going to sweep down, like pushing the hands away, and then breathing in, pulling the earth towards me, lifting, 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 and then pushing down, breathing out, sweeping away. Have a sense of the vertebrae stacking, and maybe the chin lowers to the chest, and you really have to roll the spine. Or if you're feeling very supple and strong through the core in the back body, it might be that you feel the body is coming to a diagonal, folding with a flatter back and then pulling in and lifting with a flatter back, depending on what feels good. A lovely stretch also into the outer hips. Can you reach? Can you hold it down? Whether that's a back at a diagonal or flat, or a rounding and a softening down, just holding, holding. Notice big stretch into the glutes as well as the hips here. So just notice how you're feeling, let the breath relax. And then gently uncurl, stack the vertebrae, come back to center, stretch out the legs, with the legs a little. I've got wide legs here, just flowing, almost like it's a wave-like action, quickly flowing through the legs, beat them down to the earth. Can you release the hands and just draw the legs in, still beating them down, and draw the legs out. So we really use the hip flexors here. Bit of an odd sensation, but it gets the lower energy centers activated, using all the little muscles. Keep the chest lifted, try to keep straight up through the spine. Makes it harder in the hip flexors. One more if you can. Oh, okay, release side on here. So I'm coming towards the bottom third of my mat. Got a stretch of the mat behind. My feet are anchored down. My knees are bent. So again, the feet might be closer in or further away, whichever feels good. Core is engaged, lifting, lifting. Really feel the lower abdominal muscles drawing in, hands on the knees, back of the knees, or palms face down, arms stretched out in front, chin to chest. And as you breathe, gently releasing down. Each segment of the spine from the tailbone. Drawing down as slowly as you can. Drishti on a still point. Squeeze in through the abdominal muscles, lowering, lowering, lowering. Use the forearms if you need to. Squeezing, 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 squeezing. Well done. And do a big rack stretch. Arms overhead or upper body cross. Point the toes, really stretch and squeeze everything you've got. Squeezing the big muscles, stretching through the fingers and the toes. Keep the arms either upper body cross or overhead. Bend at the knees, feet flat to the floor. Let the knees fold across to the right. The head can stay central or turn to the left. Keep the core recruited. Just holding here. Knees back through center, cross to the opposite side for awareness. Turning the head if you want to. The twist through the spine. Stretch through the quadriceps to the knees. Gently come back to center. Take a few deep breaths here. Feel the belly move. Just think about how you want to prep now for Shavasana. Anything you need to do, just have a little think about it, and then start to move and prep yourself for the relaxation. Once you have positioned the body, let the weight of the body yield to the earth and use the breath to allow the body to relax. So maybe you need a minute of deeper breaths to draw the back body to the earth. Or maybe you're just aware of soft breaths, releasing into the micro movements of your inner being as you relax into Shavasana. The whole weight of your body resting upon the earth. Breath is gentle and effortless. feeling the gentle warm breath entering the nostrils of your nose, gently blowing through and around the face, allowing the cheeks to soften, the tip of the nose, the lips, chin, allowing your eyes to rest back in their sockets. The forehead is soft and smooth. All the tiny scalp muscles are relaxing as your skull is weighted to the earth. Tongue, the inside of your mouth is soft. Feel softness to the gentle folds of your ears. The breath relaxing and softening your ears, releasing down into your neck and throat center. Stillness, softness. Upper chest is still. Joints of your shoulders are soft and smooth, as are your elbows, wrists, and the tiny joints strewn around the fingers. Your arms are resting in Shavasana. Heart gently beating. Notice the rhythm of the beating of your heart as your body rests in Shavasana. Belly soft, pelvis smooth, buttocks are soft. Your legs feel longer and softer as they relax in Shavasana, as do your feet. softness, stillness, inner peace in body and mind, resting in the here and now. Resting in the gift of life, the present moment. Gently taking your consciousness back to the crown of your head. Sense or visualize a golden sphere of light or sunshine here. Just gently flowing through the head and the hair, warming and rejuvenating the mind. Sense or feel the light flowing through your eyes, relieving tiredness, refreshing your eyes. Flowing through the cheeks and the jaw, gently allowing the tongue to move in your mouth. Maybe you'd like to stretch out the jaw. Little movement of the head side to side. Releasing through Vishuddha chakra, the throat center, into the upper chest, shoulders. Bring the head to center, gently draw the shoulders back and release. And maybe hug the shoulders up towards the ears and release. Release the arms, letting them float as you breathe in off the ground and as you breathe out back down again, or any movement that feels good. Expand the breath into the chest and the belly. Release through the hips, knees, ankles and feet. Awareness still internal, just gently allowing your awareness to expand into the immediate space around you and your aura. Maybe noticing any sounds around you, temperature of the air, scent of the air. As you take deeper breaths and release yourself from Shavasana. Gently bringing yourself to an upright seated position. Just over the next 30 seconds, palm together in front of your heart center. Releasing back into Sukhasana with Anjali Mudra. Noticing how you feel in body and mind without judgment. Thanking your wonderful body for practicing yoga today. I'd just like to affirm in your own mind. I am the rhythm of my body. I am the melody of my mind. I am the harmony of my soul. I create the symphony of my life. Warming the hands. Activating the nadis. Place the warm hands where you'd like the energy today with a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Palms back together, gentle smile upon your face. I wish you a lovely day ahead. Namaste.